It's easy to assume that going green will forever be rewarded by government policy. I mean, grants, incentives, and tax breaks are all introduced to stimulate green initiatives, but eventually they all disappear. And even worse, what was once a financial incentive transforms into a revenue for the taxman. Solar, batteries, air source heat pumps, they're next. Picture this, it's 2028, you've bought an EV, you've done the right thing, you've gone green, and now the government is taxing you for every mile that you drive. A charge appears on your account at the end of every year because you need to pay the government for driving your EV. And this is a strange time because policies that once incentivized you to move away from combustion vehicles into EVs have now been flipped on their head, and you're now being charged for going green. And now solar, battery, aircon and air source heat pump buyers are about to get the same gut punch because there's a tax that's coming into policy in April 2027 that's been sat in legislation since back in 2022. And this legislation has been on the government website since 2022. It's not really a secret, they're not hiding it from anyone, but I bet anyone watching this video isn't aware that these prices are about to increase. And it's not just tax legislation, there are other forces at play here, but I think we should start with what the government's up to first. Now this is big news, but if you're not subscribed and you found it by chance, then you could have missed it. So if you can do one thing for us on this channel, hit that subscribe button because it's free. Now the policy that I'm talking about here is VAT, value added tax. Now in the UK, the standard rate is 20%. So if you buy an item for like 120 quid, then £20 of that goes straight to HMRC and the seller gets to keep £100. Now importantly, this whole process is managed by the seller, not the buyer. All these prices include that and then it gets separated in the back end by the seller. Now, stick with me here because I know we're talking about 20% VAT on normal products, but renewables is going to be different. I mean, solar panels, batteries, air conditioning systems, air source heat pumps, they're not going to jump to 20% just yet. I'll tell you how much later on in the video. I'm going to share with you how much all of this is going to cost, and more importantly, I'm going to give you some advice about how you can avoid getting caught out. So, let's get into it. Right now, solar, battery and heat pump installs in Great Britain sit inside something HMRC calls the Energy Saving Materials Relief, and since April 2022 that's meant 0% VAT on the total job value. So that's the materials, the labour, even things like scaffolding which are needed to complete that whole job are classified as 0% VAT. What that means is today HMRC receives no VAT from a £10,000 solar install. Now with the standard rate applied, they'd get £2,000 because that same job is now £12,000 with the VAT included. This 0% policy covers a wide range of products classified under the Energy Saving Materials Relief. So you've got solar, battery, whether together or standalone, air source heat pumps, ground source heat pumps, you've got air conditioning, and even little things like insulation and draft proofing were all covered under the scheme. Now, gas boilers, they were never part of this. They have always been charged at that standard 20% rate. So a £3 billion industry generates about £650 million worth of VAT receipts for HMRC every year, and that is now under threat from the mass adoption of renewables. And obviously we have seen this movie before because we had this with the automotive industry. Billions were written and sent to HMRC from fuel duty, and as EVs got more popular, what did the government do? Yeah, they brought in the EV tax. So the number that everyone's been bracing for, here it is. Now it's not going to be the full 20% because there's a separate lower bracket in VAT law. It's called the reduced rate, and that is where this lands. 5% from the 1st of April 2027 on all energy saving material installs. The same rate this relief was set at before 2022 even existed. So we have had this before. it went to 0%, now it's coming back in. And really, the last 3 years have been the golden years for solar owners. You've had falling kit costs, zero rated VAT, and higher export rates than ever before, all of which, unfortunately, are now under threat. One more thing on timing, and this matters more than most people think. It's when you actually pull the trigger on an install that matters. How long your installer's lead times are and how they handle invoicing all affect which side of this deadline you'll actually land on. Now, there's a way to make sure that you don't get caught out by how the system works, and I'm going to come back to that later on in the video. So VAT is the certain half of these price rises. We have a known figure and a known date. Now, we'll calculate how this will look for future buyers shortly, but before we get there, there is another country's VAT policy which is about to hike prices. About 90% of renewable products come from China. Now, when a Chinese manufacturer exports a solar panel or a battery, the Chinese government has been refunding them a slice of the VAT they would usually pay, effectively a subsidy that has kept their exports artificially cheap on the world market. Now, China announced in January 2026 that it's scrapping the rebate on solar products entirely from April 2026. So as of today, that's already happened. Now, adjustments to battery rebates, they will follow, albeit on a slower timeline. Cuts this year, gone completely from the 1st of January 2027, just 3 months before our VAT changes take effect. Take the rebate away, and the manufacturers either eat the cost themselves or, more likely, pass it straight down the chain, which eventually means you. Now, raw materials are climbing on top of that too. Polysilicon, the core ingredient that goes into making solar cells, is up over 37% year on year. Then we've got aluminium, this is what makes the frames in many of the cases, is up. And also you've got lithium carbonate, the refined chemical compound that lithium gets turned into before it goes anywhere near a battery cell. That has doubled in the last 6 months alone. So when the price moves, it moves the cost of every lithium battery downstream, including the one that might end up in your garage. Estimates on what this does to actual prices range from between 8 and 20%, depending on who you ask, but the direction is consistent everywhere you look. Now, the battery rebate disappears completely just 3 months before those UK VAT rises. 2 separate decisions, 2 different governments, but it lands at almost the same time, more or less, really by a coincidence. Why don't we take a look at some of the numbers here, because this is where some of the reporting on the subject is a little bit sloppy. So, let's take a typical £10,000 solar system. Now, at 0%, you pay no VAT. With this new rate of 5%, that job becomes £10,500. It's certain, it's dated, there's no guesswork needed, £500 straight to HMRC. Now, hardware is the part which is the most difficult to forecast. Now, materials on a solar and battery job make up about 60% of what you're actually paying for. The rest is labour, scaffolding, certification, and margin for the installer. None of that gets pricier because the Chinese have decided to adjust those rebate schemes. So if we take a 10% rise, sort of the conservative end of these forecasts, and apply it to our £6,000 material bill, that is £600. Now that now makes our £10,000 job a £10,600 job, but now we need to add VAT on top of the total bill. Now that VAT bill at 5% on £10,600 is £530. That now makes a £10,000 solar and battery installed today closer to £11,130 after all of these costs have come in next year in 2027. An uplift of over £1,100 on the current forecasts, and that VAT, that's making up nearly half of that cost on its own. Now what this equates to is roughly an 11% rise on installs next year. Something else that's also rising energy costs. Now, Ofgem have just confirmed that the price cap will raise by 13% from this July. And Cornwall Insight, they're like an industry commentator, has already conservatively forecasted the next one, October to December, will go up again to an eye-watering £1,900. Now this does matter because solar and battery systems' whole value is the electricity it lets you avoid buying. If grid electricity keeps climbing, the electricity that your system generates and stores is worth more in real terms than when you first ran your numbers. So yes, it's going to cost more to buy, but it also saves you more with the system. Every year for the next 20 plus years, you'll be saving money that other people are buying in an increasingly more expensive market. The case for solar doesn't weaken, but doing it sooner just captures more of the upside. And on that point, if you'd like to get a fixed price quote for solar, then you can do this online in like 60 seconds with Heatable, and then you can book a free design call with one of our solar experts. There's a link in the description below. So will you end up paying about 11% more for solar in April next year? Well, there's two groups that could absorb this instead of you. But to be honest, neither will, in my opinion. Anyway, installers won't because margins are already razor thin, especially for those working at the bottom end of the market, which is treacherous. Now, they didn't have an 11% margin in the first place, and even if they wanted to quietly swallow it, they couldn't. And in my opinion, the government won't move on this either. The Chancellor is sitting on one of the thinnest fiscal headroom margins in over a decade, around 10 billion against a historical average of 3 times that, with further tax rises already described as almost certain. Now, the Institute for Fiscal Studies, ahead of the November 2025 budget, projected that Rachel Reeves would need to find around 22 billion to maintain the government's existing 10 billion fiscal headroom. Now, this 5% increase rate also doesn't need to go into any sort of legislation. It's already written into law from 2022. Doing nothing means it just happens. Stopping it would need fresh legislation and cost the Treasury money it just doesn't have. The relief scope has been widened twice since 2022, but the end date has never moved once. Possibly, technically, it could, but it's unlikely, especially with the numbers that we've got available to us today. Now, earlier I said that timing matters, so let's deal with that properly now. People assume it's all about having a system installed before that deadline in April to avoid this increased VAT rise. What really decides your rate is much simpler: timing. Specifically, whichever of these happens first, the job actually getting finished, you getting handed an invoice with a date on it, or you paying any money over to your installer, including just a deposit. Now, here's why that is worth knowing. If you pay a deposit or receive an invoice before the 1st of April 2027, that may secure the current 0% VAT treatment for some or all of the installation cost. Now, this all depends on how your installer runs their business, and also government policy could change this because sometimes they bring in special last-minute rules right before a tax change like this. So here's the practical advice. If you're booking anywhere close to that date, just ask your installer straight out how they handle deposits and what dates will be on your invoice. More importantly, are you going to be charged this additional 5% VAT if it overruns the April deadline? So, where does this leave you and what can you do about it? Well, let's start with the facts. There's a VAT rise coming that's going to blindside most owners exactly the way that this pay per mile blindsided these EV drivers who never saw it coming. Now, on its own, £500 on a £10,000 job, but stack those rising hardware costs on top and properly calculate it, it gets closer to £1,100 with everything included. And like I said, yet that VAT is making up nearly half of those rises. Now, electricity prices are rising in parallel too, meaning the saving side is also improving. This isn't just economics falling apart, it's the same good economics costing more the longer you leave it. And as we know, check with your installer before you make any commitment, because you do not want to get caught out on some poor timing, which is going to cost you cash that you didn't need to spend. Now, my advice here, if you have already decided that solar, battery and air source heat pump is for you, then get on with it sooner rather than later. And like I said before, if you want to get a quote for Heatable for any of those technologies, you can do it online and you can book a free design call. And if you are going to go ahead with solar and you want to go for one of the best solar panels on the market, then this video on screen now is definitely worth a watch, because it'll tell you everything about making the right choice when it comes to solar panels. If you've enjoyed this, please do give it a like. And if you've subscribed, I'll see you on the next one.